I'm going to add myself to the stream right now. How y'all doing out there? How are you guys doing? Did you guys hear the news about Kevin Samuels passing? Yeah, it's sad, y'all. It's sad. But the scriptures don't lead us wrong. We have to be careful of the things we say. You know, I did hear him say a lot of times that some people would die alone. And, to me, that was kind of cruel, cruel things to say, But, people have their own way of delivering their own messages. But we have to be careful the things that we say. Also, a lot of people looked up to him. They called him Godfather. We have to be careful with those terms as well, because God is a jealous God. So we have to be careful, guys, not to praise man to the point where we look to them as they are gods, okay? Because they're only human beings. They're only human beings. So we have to be careful who we follow and who we look to for advice, okay? Because at some point back in the past, they talked about a lot of men were starting to speak hate and spew hateful things to women based off some of the things that Kevin Samuels would say. So we have to be careful with that, guys. Yes, Ms. Davida Hurst, you said, Davida Hurst, you said, doing good. You heard Patricia did, to be a pastor. You said, Patricia, did you know he used to be a pastor? Oh, no, I didn't know that. No, I didn't know he used to be a pastor. I knew he was a lot of other things, like he worked for certain places. I had that information here. Let me see what they said here. They did. I'm going to tell you exactly what they said. Okay. They said that hold on, guys. Well, I know they said he just paid off his child support May of 2021. And then I heard him talk about how people are, were not unfit, how they had so many children, and because they had so many children and were over a certain age, and nobody would want them. And I mean, he just mocked a lot of women about some things that they described in their life that they, were going through. And then now here, he just paid off his child support in 2021. That's what the records are showing in Oklahoma. So I'm just saying he give advice, but sometimes you got to kind of go back and examine other people's lives, ones that are giving advice. Are they fit to give that kind of advice? Are they living up to their standards that they're trying to keep say that you should be living? So, we have to be careful about those things, guys. We have to. They said that they said despite the fact that there is now little information available about his ex-wives, he avoids discussing them in interviews. And then they said, for a man who is considered as an expert in this area, Kevin has kept his dating life exceedingly secret. Okay. They said, however, he does not look to be the type of man who dates only one woman at a time. Okay. Well, a lot of this stuff is just speculation, guys. Speculations. They talked about his net worth. Was predicted to be $4 million in 2022. It said, according to reports, he get $5,000 per month from his YouTube channel. Similarly, he charged the client more than $10,000 through his image consulting firm. Okay, guys, I did hear a man say that he charged him $1,000 an hour. And he said that he did not render the service that was due to him, but yet he charged them that kind of money. I did hear some people, they were a little disgruntled about the business practice that he was, doing. So, I don't know, hey, that's just their word that they're stating. I don't know if it's factual or anything like that, but it's some claims out there. And I'm kind of curious as to how he passed, because it didn't seem like he was sick. Sometimes you don't know if a person is really sick, They talked about him having cancer, or he beat cancer before. Some word I read, they talked about stage 3 cancer. But, hey, sometimes people live with stage 3, even up to stage 4. So I don't know why the sudden death, allegedly, of Kevin Samuels, Then they talked about some crazed fan, a person that he was dealing with. They didn't state if it was a male or female. They just said a a person that he was dealing with. They were, they had some issues, and we don't know how that transpired or if that person had anything to do with his passing. But they did indicate that they think he was poisoned. I don't have no validity on that, but that's word that's out here. So we don't know that. So I'm sure they're going to do an investigation and find out exactly what was the cause of death. Yeah, they said his Samuel's career. They said Samuel began his career as a business development manager at Office Depot, a retailer. They said 3 years and 6 months were spent there. And then they said in July 2009, he joined the media company, Super Media. What is that? Super Media, Ideric. I don't know. Idear. I don't know. IDEARC Media. He worked as an inside advertising internet sales representative for 2 years and 3 months until leaving in September 2011. So he may have had some a career in dealing with marketing and different things like that. So guys, we don't know. This is what I'm reading. I don't know if it's factual, but this is what I'm reading. They said he then worked as a media consultant for YP. I guess that means the Yellow Pages, a marketing and advertising firm. In January 2013, he established Kevin Samuels his own image consulting agency. Oh, his own image consulting agency. So I know what kind of real experience, do you have in that? Do you have a degree in that or not? Not sure. Image and brand integration, media and job interview coaching, and apparel styling are all services provided by the organization, which is based in Atlanta. Yeah, they say he was born in Atlanta, guys. Born in Atlanta. Yeah. So hey guys, how you doing out there? How you doing? I'm so glad you guys joined my channel. Good morning. 1MB TV. How you doing, darling? How you doing? Yeah, guys, they say Kevin Samuels is no longer with us. A lot of women, they're praising his passing. I'm just putting it out on the forefront about some of the stuff that's going on in the media, guys. And they're not too happy with him. A lot of women, because a lot of women came on that show for advice, and they say that he was kind of cruel, was speaking to them and actually said a lot of cruel things. A lot of men was like, well, he's telling the truth, or he's just stating the facts, and it almost kind of divided the men and women. At one point they talked about how the men were acting like they had a hate group against women based off what Kevin Samuels said. I'm just telling you, y'all. I'm just telling you that's what people were talking, and that's what they were saying. Okay, and a lot of women would really come to him for advice, and his delivery was kind of, to me, I think it was kind of cruel. But hey, everybody have a different way of delivering the message. Okay, they have a different way. But one thing I thought was cruel when he told people, "Yeah, you will die alone." That was to me, that's kind of cruel. And a lot of people will say, okay, they asked a question: did he die alone? You see, and I'm just comparing some of the things that when a person says something. Now, you got to kind of look at their lives. You have to turn that question back around. And ask them the same question, because things are, that's why I say, guys, we have to be careful what we say, what we put out in the world. Okay, what we put out in the world. Okay, because you cannot look to man as he's a God. Even though he had a large following, God still is God. He controls a lot of whether we live or die, guys. Because he can allow things to happen, or he can save us and protect us from certain things. So be careful the message that you put out in the world. Okay, if you wishing death on people, you're being cruel, and you can't. And I'm starting to wonder, was he suffering, and could that be why he was so sharp with his tongue when it came to women? Sometimes people know when they're really sick, or know when they're getting ready to leave here. Sometimes people know that, and you can see that in the way that they deliver their message, the things that they say. Did he know he was sick? sick to die? Did he know his time was getting close? Or is that the reason why he may have not been as nice to the women when he spoke to them? You see? So we it's a lot of questions out there, guys, that we want to ask. It's a lot of questions that we want to ask. You said her Instagram pages are on private. I went to look at her. She's not black. Who y'all talking about? Okay. Okay, he didn't even like women. Okay, we said chatting with Patty. See, a lot of people had their opinion about it. They said he didn't even like women. He got caught with the whole man in his bed, allegedly. Well, I did see an image of that now. Miss Patty ain't making that up. I did see some kind of image, and it was like mistakenly shown. And then, it appeared that, a man was in his bed, or in the bed, in a bed. So could this be the reason why he was real sharp and short with the women? Hey, we don't know, but I know a lot of women. They're not being. They're not feeling the way that a lot of people think they should feel about him because of his passing. Because he was cruel in the things that he said, and his delivery was very harsh and cruel. And a lot of people can't understand how that can affect someone, especially if you're struggling with something in your life and you go to someone that you think is the person to counsel you, about your life, your standards, and then to get belittled before millions of people and drug, then that's not good. That's not a good feeling, because to me, I feel that to go to a person such as this one, instead of going to your own private counsel, to have your business splattered all over the internet, then you setting yourself up for to be hurt. You get what I'm saying? And we know how he talked. We knew how he expressed how he felt to a lot of black women. So it would behoove me to even try to seek counsel that way if I were in need of counsel, guys. So it's just sad that this happened. Now we got Tracy J. You said the police report is online. He was with a woman when he died. That's right. I heard that. I heard that they said he collapsed or something. And then you said her name is Hortensia Alcantara. She's a nurse from Atlanta. The police aren't going to lie about that. See, there's a lot coming out to the forefront, guys. There's a lot coming out. And for him to just drop like that, and then I think they said he died before they even got up there to him. And so either he dropped dead, or either he's something he took, or something, I don't know, something. It's just, it didn't seem like he was really leaving when he was giving that last video. It just didn't seem like he didn't look weak or sick or anything like that. But we don't know what's going on internally with people. We just don't know. But I do know that when you start speaking, like Proverbs 18:21 said, you start talking about death and life. No, what the Bible says, that death and life are in the power of the tongue. So you have to be careful what you speak out, people. Speaking against people that, hey, they're going to die alone, and you fat, and nobody wants you, got too many kids, you're over 35, that's just, to me, that's just cruel. Hey, that's just cruel. You don't have to be cruel to deliver a message to a person. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to. And I don't know if the reason for being cruel like this, so your numbers can go up. And then I found out that a lot of people that gravitated to him, I don't know, did they have some kind of self-esteem issues when it came to women? I'm talking about certain men, not talking about all men. So guys, don't think I'm beating you up or talking down upon you. I'm just trying to understand why so many men gravitated to the things that he was saying about women, and those things were cruel. I don't get it. I just don't get it, guys. You said chatting with Pat. You said Tracy J. Look at all the men who had women as cover-ups. Okay. Oh yeah. Were you living a secondary life? Hey, why did you? It seemed as though that he hated women the way he thinks he said. It just seemed that way. And why would that be the reason? Why would that be the case? Okay. I don't know, guys. It's just sad. It's sad that you can be here today and gone tomorrow. So be careful what you wish upon folks. Far as you talking about, they gonna die and they don't qualify for a six-figure man. Well, hey, you got to make it a couple of dollars now. You think you're God. You think you're above everybody. Start to think you're better than God. You can't. No. You're just a man. We're just people. We're humans. So we need not to get too high and mighty, y'all. If we have to use the social media realm, use it for the good, to encourage people. That platform he had was a big platform. It could have been used in a way that could have been a little bit more uplifting, other than putting a lot of the black women down. I think, you see what I'm saying, and could encourage the men, instead of brewing hate against people that they felt that were not beautiful, or because you had a certain weight about you were ugly, or you had so many kids you didn't fit, you didn't qualify, and don't nobody want you. You see what I'm saying? Then the act of you gonna be used in any kind of way sexually because you ain't good for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You take the back seat. That's talking. That's to me, that's just awful. I was not in agreement with a lot of the things, but I don't wish ill upon anyone. I want people to be able to, hey, the delivery of his message could have been a little bit better, guys. Somebody else said that he is so rude. What he said? What he said now? He said he was rude. I think a lot of things he said was very harsh, cruel, harsh, mean. And I guess that's based off how your heart is. How cruel can you get? It's like inconsiderate of the person feeling. You didn't care who heard you. The harsher you got, the worse you got. The more cruel you were, the worse you got. You see, and that number grew. So that just shows me how many people are out here that feel the same way. And that's sad. That is sad. You said, I can't stand. You can't stand. You meant to say him. A lot of people did not like the things he said because he was mean. He said some mean things, guys. I'm gonna put it out there. To me, he said some mean things. However, I don't wish that, I really want to know how he passed. They talked about he drank a lot of energy drinks, and I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's speculation, guys. And the blue pill, they talked about the blue pill and all this. But they're going to have to investigate. They're going to investigate, and they're going to find out exactly if the man was poisoned. Did he drop the ball and allow himself to be vulnerable? And see, when you get so high up, you have to be careful. And especially if you're feeling things of hate and cruelty, you have to be careful. You got to be careful. You may have to have, they say he was in an apartment. I'm not saying that having an apartment is a bad thing, but some of these things that he was dealing with, you would think that he would not be in the type of position he was in. Like with the child support thing, he should not have had a child support issue. If he's going to be a counselor to somebody else about their kids and how many kids you got is too many, and no man going to want you this and that. And here it is, he just not paid his child support off in 2021. You see, are you living the life that you're preaching? That's why I said, guys, we don't need to be hypocrites. If you're going to tell somebody they unfit, they don't qualify this, you better know your life need not to have a speck on it. Speck in it. Okay? You need to be living according to what you're preaching. You see? If you're saying that ain't nobody going to want you, a woman, because you XYZ, and then yet you are with a man, you see what I'm saying? Then what message, what is this all about? I'm not saying he was gay or anything. I'm just saying, if that is the case, then you can wonder why he probably treated the women the way they were treated on the platform. Did he really like the women, or he just liked the fact that he can put them down and belittle them and make them feel bad because maybe he's living a particular lifestyle? You see what I'm saying? You got to kind of examine people's actions and what they say. I've always told you guys, examine people's actions, the things that they say compared to the things that they do. You see? That's why I ain't so quick to follow. But I do follow people. However, if they're sending a message, if I'm seeing somebody just being cruel to somebody just for no reason, then you're just shutting people down, just being ugly and mean to people, I don't like that feeling. I don't like the way that makes me feel. I feel hurt for that person that you're talking to. You see? But now if you got somebody that's keeping up ruckus and meddling and bothering folks all the time, then you can speak about that to encourage them to stop or stop being a bully. Then that's something different. But if you got a person that has a platform that is telling people that he is a image consultant, you know what I'm saying, or a consultant on dating expert, and then I come to you, and then I get beat up and chewed up and spit out, and it just seemed like it happened among the particular race of women. Then I question that. I question that, family. I question that. Sad, y'all. It's sad. If he has passed away, it is sad. Because the last known things that people do remember, they remember what you say and what you do. And if it's not a memorable or favorable reaction, then people going to hone in on it. And especially some of the women that have came on his channel and talked to him, they felt like doo-doo when they left. I'm telling you, I've seen them. I've seen the sadness in their face. But see, I kind of fault them. I fault some of them as well, because you know how he was when he was talking to these different women. You know how he was. So why did you seek help from a person that's social media, that's on social media, that people are watching you from far away, all around the world, to get some advice? Certain things need to be kept private. You need to go to a professional with credentials. You see what I'm saying? What kind of credentials did he have to even give you advice on relationships? You see? Because it's self-proclaimed. You believe that he is the best fit for the job. People, we have to be smarter. We have to be smarter who we seek help from. Okay? I told you guys, protect your peace, protect your sanity, and definitely do more research about people who you want to take advice from, professional advice. Make sure they got the qualifications, make sure they have the credentials to be qualified to inform you. And do you want that something to be all over the internet, where people can talk about you, laugh at you, make a mockery of you? No, that to me, that's not helpful. That's cruel. I don't care who look at it, care what they say. That's cruel behavior. And you can't keep living a life like that. You can't do it, people. I'm telling you right now. If the next man to come in line and try to fill his shoes or be just like him, there's a God. You have to be careful, because you ain't going to outdo God. You're not going to outdo him. God is a jealous God. Y'all, it's a scripture talking about that. We don't look to man. Somebody he's the God, but no. We don't look to man as a God. We should not. It's like worshiping an idol. You see? Blasphemy. Slap in the face. And then you get so high up that you don't see. You get careless. You see? You get careless, thinking you're untouchable. But we have to be careful, family. We have to be careful. You said, but look, chatting Patty, you said, but look, if she was a nurse, wouldn't she know the signs of a heart attack? And the 911 operator had to tell her to get a defibrillator. Well, something is going on. Something is going on, and guys, it's just like how he rose to the top and he was able to say a lot of things, put a lot of things out there. They're gonna share some things. They're gonna share. It's still. When did they say he passed? Yesterday morning or something? I found out yesterday evening that he passed. Late evening, almost at night. I was like, what? Couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. But hey, things like that shouldn't surprise, especially if we saying and doing things that can be harsh and cruel to other people. We have to be careful. You said chatting with Patty. I'm not saying he wasn't gay or was with me. And you, what do you say? I'm just saying the police report is saying you can't see them lying. Plus, these health care workers say he was expired on arrival. Yeah, dead on arrival. They said he was. They did say when they got up there he was. Even though they took him to the hospital, but they stated that he was dead when he was up there. So what happened? I do know in one of the footage I seen him drinking some dark liquor. I don't know what kind of liquor it was. It was some dark liquor like brandy, not brandy, or it could be some cognac or something. I don't know. He was drinking. So I'm wondering what could have been in that drink. What could have been in that drink, y'all? Y'all know they're gonna take. They need to do an autopsy. They need to do an autopsy, y'all. How you doing, Sheila? How you doing, Sheila Robinson? Yeah, we were talking about Kevin Samuels. The title is Kevin Samuels' alleged passes away, and what people are saying. What people are saying about Kevin Samuels, guys. You said you pray he didn't die a bitter man. Well, I would say the way he talked to the women, I don't know. I don't know. Because the women had it hard. The black women had it hard on this channel when they came for advice. I don't know why they did that. Should have sought professional help and kept your business out. You know, there's stuff like that off the air. What you say? A YouTuber predicted he would die in 2022. They predicted it on December 2020. Really? I wish we know who that YouTuber is so we can go look at that. I want to go and see. I'll pull it up. Well, honey, hey, a lot going on with that. A lot going on. Yeah, a lot going on, guys. And then they talked about I don't know, guys. It's crazy how you could be on. And he may be just now starting to make some real money now, and see how quickly here today go tomorrow. He could have just now started making some real money at the pinnacle of his career with this YouTube thing, and now they say he's no longer with us. That's why, guys, you can be here today and gone tomorrow. You can be here today and gone tomorrow. Yeah, I'm looking at these comments, guys. I'm trying to put up a comment that I can respond to. Guys, go ahead and subscribe to my page, Patricia E. Jackson, also known as PatriciaE-TV. You said he wasn't the nicest guy. You see that? A lot of people say he was not a nice guy. A lot of people say he was cruel. You see? A lot of people say he was cruel, guys. Do you agree? That's what they say, guys. How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing out there, guys? Be careful the message that you put out in the world. Wishing ill on people, always talking down and being cruel, and yet your numbers are growing and growing and growing. Instead of being productive and positive, then it's like put the black race down, the black women down. You know, to tell them how low they are. Tell them their place, where they should be. Tell them, six-figure man gonna want nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? Like this or that, you know. Yeah, we have to be careful. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. What did you say, Michelle? You said he seemed to make fun of and out straight out down women. I heard that with my own ears. I heard some things too, dear. I was not too happy with the things that he was saying. I mean, I heard it. A lot of people heard a lot of things. Even some of the guys kind of they praised him for saying the things he's saying. And I saw some of the men that you wouldn't think never would come out and say and do the things that they did. But as soon as Kevin started spewing certain things, that's when certain men come out and spoke about how women were this, and they didn't qualify that, and this and that. And I said, wow, I didn't know the men felt that way. They were glad that he spoke down to women so they can come out and support him because there's something they want to say. Or maybe they had challenges with women and they angry with women because of that. You know, I've seen where some men with women would not give them a chance, and they were very angry with the women. Sometimes they even attack women. Some women even been killed because they rejected certain men. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That hate. That hate. So when you talk against women like that, you got some people like that that are really crazy, that cause bodily harm to women based off what he's preaching. You see? So we have to be careful the message we put out here in the world. And he was getting big, y'all. He had gotten big. Power was in numbers. A lot of stuff he could have caused to happen out here if it ain't already happened. So, hey, you know, we all have a time here. Sometimes we can bring our time sooner by the life we live, things that we do. So be careful what message you put out here in the world, people. Yeah. All right. What you say? You say you didn't like the fact that he rated women. You're 2, you're 4. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. Yeah, he rated the women. You said he was hoping that a rumor. SZ. You thought it was a rumor? Yeah, no, what they said, allegedly he's no longer with us. Yeah. Michelle said he didn't seem like he didn't like women. Yeah, it would appear that way he didn't like women because the things that he stated. Oh, you don't hear a lot of people come out and say, "Oh, he was this great guy. He was the best thing happened." You know, people sought counsel from him because he was qualified to do so. Well, I beg to differ. You know, if people had to show me their credentials, let me see your credentials, and and who wants their business splattered all on social media when it comes to your private, personal life when you're trying to seek counsel from someone? No, that ain't how you do things. What you say? You said this another example when a person died, people talk and speculation about a person. Yeah, they're gonna do that. Lady J19, they're gonna do that. That's human nature. They do it on it. They do it everywhere. When they go in there, when he go in there to do the autopsy, if they do an autopsy, they're gonna speculate. That's what people do. That's not uncommon. People speculate. People assume. That's their mind wonder because they don't know. Until we get something factual, then maybe they can pinpoint it, and then they're gonna elaborate on that too. So that's not uncommon, my dear. That's not uncommon. Well, because he speculated that because you have a certain way that you don't know ain't gonna want you. He speculated that. He speculated that you gonna if, during the winter time you gonna get a dog, and then after so long of not being with somebody not wanting you, then you're gonna go somewhere and die alone. He speculated that. You see, people always speculating. People always saying things that they don't know what they're talking about. You see, that's not uncommon. Yeah. Know who you get your advice from. And they need to have credentials. Just because somebody say they self-proclaimed expert on dating and advice for, as if they're counsel. No, you got to see paperwork. People have lied a lot and made millions of dollars off people lying and scamming. Don't be so quick to be fooled. And see, sometimes people like that image. That's why he kept that image up. The image of the suits and try to give you a look of a professional person. Image is in everything too. People are very visual creatures. They can look at you, they see you with a suit on and you surround yourself with certain people and you got jewelry on, possibly smelling. You look like you something that they want or they imagine that they want. All the time you got skeletons in your closet. Your affairs is not in order. You can be lying about your education. You can be lying about your finances. Talking about people, you've been divorced twice. You see? Talking about people don't want you after 35 and you ex-wives ain't no man gonna, come on. You have to be careful, people. You have to be careful. See? You ain't got to do nothing but study things enough, have the right image, say the right stuff at the right time. You want a lot of people over. But we want to know if it was living the life that he was preaching. It's all going to come out. It's going to come out. It is going to come out. Petty Proud. You said, I never paid Mr. Samuels any attention because I know only God can judge me. That's what matters to me. Amen. Thank you, Miss Petty Proud. And a lot of women felt like that. I would have never gone on the show. Ever. Ever. No, because only thing you had to do is sit back and watch how he interact with other people, how he treat people. You want to be embarrassed online? You want to be laughed at? You want to be talked down to? Cussed out? Because I heard him cuss a lot of women out. Oh, yeah, I heard him cuss a lot of women out. I said, Lord have mercy. And he had over a million followers. And a lot of the people said hateful things when people responded to his behavior. The men were saying cruel things to them women. Talking about they wish they were dead and I'll hunt you down. And they were saying cruel things. These were men. I'm not saying all men like that. And women too. Some of these foolish women were saying something crazy. So, it's sad, people. I don't condone, I don't wish no death on no one. However, you have to be careful the things that come out of your mouth. Because it can return to you sooner than later. The stuff that you spew out about somebody else, them dying, you're gonna die alone. What is that to say to somebody that's coming to you for advice? Lord have mercy. What is that to say to somebody, y'all? Y'all think that's right? Y'all can't think that's right. Can you follow somebody that talks like that? Y'all, that's cruel. And if you follow somebody that's cruel, that do people like that, then I question you. I question you. Now, why is you said, am I single? Chance, why are you asking me, am I single? Linda Johnson, hello, Patricia. Hey, darling, how are you? I thought I'd come online to have this brief discussion with you guys about about somebody's passing and how sick they are. How you doing, Michelle? Thank you for number 100. Guys, subscribe to Patricia E. Jackson, also known as PatriciaE-TV, guys. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be following this story. Miss Lady, you said exactly, you're right. Example, going to funerals, people say how a person look, a person died, how they supposed to look. That's why I said that. That's right, Miss Lady. Thank you, darling. Thank you. You know, you're right. People gonna speculate, sweetie. They are. I really appreciate you coming on board and talking with me. Let's see what Chan's talking about. Chan says, if a woman has 5 kids, 250 pounds, and still live with her parents, he would tell women the reality so they can change. The expectations be too high. If they had 5 kids and 250 pounds, still live with their parents, they need to know what's going on in that woman's life. You don't know. She could have had a fire. Could have lost her husband. Could have lost her husband. He could have been, the kids could have been by one man. He could have been an abusive person, but when he lost her husband, now she wants to put it out there. Hey, I want a person like this now. We don't know people's circumstances. We don't know their situation. And he would ask specific questions and would not allow you to elaborate. That is the problem I have. These questions, how old are you? How fat are you? How many kids you got? And then he would control the platform and you wouldn't be able to say nothing. So it's not fair to the person that come on board to tell them their story. Hear the story, you're gonna hear the story. Don't ask specific information just so you can put that person down and belittle them. The same process. How old are you? How much you weigh? Who wants to get on there and talk about how much they weigh? You see? Ain't nobody digging your background. You know, talking about how sick you are and how this and that. Do you like men? You like your top or your bottom? Did anybody ask those kind of questions? See, people can be cruel. You see how cruel that sounded when I said that? You see, I just want people to be aware how cruel things are when they come out your mouth and you're saying cruel things to people. You see? You don't know what people's circumstances are. And you say 5 kids still live with them. Their parents may be sick. You never know. 250 pounds. Hey, you know, how do they know if they're 250 pounds? You see, you're going off looking at a person again, talking about they're 250 pounds. Take a microscope and look at the person that's doing the talking. Tell me, we don't want, so everybody want a slim woman. That ain't the way the world is. The world is made up of different people, different makeup, different creed, different colors, different shades, different sizes. Don't be so super fickle-minded. I ain't trying to jump on you, Chan. I'm just saying, I hope people are not fickle-minded. You see? Narrow-minded. That's that image they're trying to portray because they got something to hide. Come on, people, let's be realistic. That sounds like a kid. People need to grow up. That's what I mean by being cruel to people. Like you perfect. Like you perfect. And here you are battling with a sickness. Battling with a sickness. Who says he had stage 3 cancer? I don't know. What did he really die from? Did he die from some other sickness? Did he die from any other sickness? Did he have AIDS? Did he have cancer? What did he have? I'm not saying he did. I'm just asking questions. I'm asking questions. But see, he told these people they was unfit and they this and they that. Some of these people came on there with master's degree in education. Please. Seemed like he was intimidated by that. People did not like the things he said. Chance. They didn't like it. Labeling people who are 1, 2, 3. What made you God? They call him the God. You know, y'all have to be careful who you call my God. God is listening to that. That's blasphemy. Don't call this man a godfather. Here today, gone tomorrow, y'all. I'm just telling you, I'm just putting it out there. It's sad, but it's true. I was surprised. I did not expect this man to pass away. And I still think it needs to be looked into more. I'm sure they are. You say, Michelle, they remember how you made them feel. People don't forget. People don't forget. People will not forget. What you say, have mercy? Tommy, you said, Lord have mercy. Thank you for joining the channel. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to Patricia E. Jackson, also known as PatriciaE-TV. Yeah, it's all over the social media. You said, how old was he? Well, they said he was 56, but I pulled up an article. They say he was born March the 13th, 1969. To me, that would make him just turning 53. So, hey, I don't know. They said 56. I read some say he's 53. They say he was born in Atlanta. Yeah, his name is Kevin Rashawn Samuels. Roshon. Rashawn Samuels. Born in Atlanta, but they also talked about Oklahoma. Y'all can pull up, it's public information, pull up the records on Kevin Samuels about his child support case and when it was paid off. He had pending child support issues and was giving people advice on their life. Y'all, I told y'all, know where you're getting your information from. Know where you're getting your information from. Pending child support cases, but giving advice on people's lives. Come on, people. Know where you're getting your information from. What you said? Plenty of bigger women are nice looking, and I'm small myself. Stop with the nonsense. I've known guys who found me too skinny at a normal BMI. People like different things. That's right, darling. Crystal, absolutely. People like different things. People are different. That's what makes the world go round. Who wants to, everybody wants the same side. Well, come on, people. To me, seemed like he was brewing hate against black women. And I'm seeing, he seemed like he had an Anglo-Saxon kind of way of thinking. He had let me rephrase that. Well, I'm going to say this. We get beat up enough by a lot of people, different races. We don't need a person look like the same race that we are to be putting us down and making it seem like we the worst thing on earth. Is his mother black? Was he born from an African-American woman? You see, we have to be careful, people. What makes you better than us? Or whoever better than us? So you pick out what the flaws that you label as a flaw and try to mark us with those flaws. Try to make people look at those flaws that you say are flawed and try to say, hey, if you have this, if you look like this, you're an ugly person. What makes you say that is ugly? Who are you? There's a lot of beautiful people out here that come in different sizes. See, that's the problem today. People, you got to know your worth. Love yourself. Big, small, little, tall, whatever. Love yourself. Because if you sit around and listen to people belittle you every day, that's a form of abuse. That's abusive. Keep you down, make you feel bad, make you have low self-esteem because you're listening to this stuff every day. You have got to love yourself enough to know when people are talking down upon you, trying to make you feel bad, you can't keep listening to that. That's poisonous. That's poisonous. That's poison to your soul. Know your worth. Know your worth. I don't care who called himself a self-proclaimed image consultant or dating expert. You better seek help. If you need some professional help, go get some help with somebody that's got credentials, went to school for what they're trying to teach you. You see? Not get on social media and let these people use you for content and then their ratings go up and you walk away with a broken heart. You walk away with your esteem lower than it was when you first came on the show. And you thinking that because you get on his show and he able to talk to you, that you may be getting some clout. Sometimes you be trying to look for something themselves. Trying to get your number up. You get on there and get embarrassed and made a fool out of. Come on, people. Know your worth. Different strokes for different folks. That's right. Different strokes for different folks. Oh, you said Lele posted on her Facebook that she followed him and will miss all his advice. Well, then they said she came out of an abusive relationship. Seem like people that are in these abusive relationships, I hope your eyes are open to know when somebody's speaking down upon you. She will miss him, huh? He gave women, she believed in him and felt women should listen to him. Well, I don't listen to her because she talks crazy. And I saw Coco talk to her crazy, treated her any kind of way, embarrassed her. So she used to that. Some people are used to abuse. If they don't get treated bad, they don't think getting loved. So she used to that. So hey, that wouldn't surprise me if she said that. Yes, ma'am. You said she was not what he would consider desirable, so she's a joke. What you said later, you said you're so right. I married at 17 years old, divorced with 2 kids, and remarried, and now maintained for 30 years. So chatting with Patty, different strokes for different folks. Totally agree. That's right. And then don't look up on somebody, down on somebody because they remarried. See, some people would look up on the people that follow him would say something negative about it. At least you are married and been married for 30 years. See? And people need to grow up because people live a particular life when they're younger, and then they change for the better, and they moved on and doing different things. You live different stages in your life. Different things happen in different stages in your life, people. You got to, folks talk like they're elementary. They talk like kids. They think you're supposed to be a certain way from when you were growing up to now. And then if he found any flaws in what you did, you're going to get talked about. Those make it seem like you're so stupid and you so worthless. Ain't nobody gonna want you. And they talk about after 35, you consider old. What is it going on here? After 35, you consider old? Oh my God. How is it that you want somebody under 35, then you're battling with a sickness? See, y'all don't talk about that. You want to talk about how this woman is fat. You want to talk about how this woman got so many kids. But here it is, you want somebody 35, but do that woman want you? You got a sickness. They say you had stage 3 cancer, but you want to talk about somebody ain't worth nothing. Come on, people. You got to know where the message is coming from. It's a lot reason why people got a lot of talk the way they talk. Put people down the way they do. It is a reason for that. They're battling something themselves. If you just like I'm comparing it to one of these creators now that mess with this comedian. Mm-hmm. You go on and on and on. Just like he went on and on and on about women, how unfit they were and not qualified. On and on about these women, black women. Just like this other person. Just on and on about this one woman. It's something that these people are battling. Something that they are battling. How they say they better. I'm just going to comparison. They better. They know better for you. Want to tell me advice about how fat but how fat this person is. How they gonna die soon. Here it is, and you battling stage 3 cancer, so they say now. Then this other woman, she the best fit. She knows best for this woman child. When she see it, she gonna call it. And these folks, they said a woman got dialysis problem. Smoking cigarettes, a chain of cigarettes. That's why I tell you, people are dealing with problems, and then they put their problems, they try to burden, they try to make somebody else feel bad because they struggling with their own demon. They struggling with their own demon, y'all. This man probably was struggling with some demons. He could have been struggling with his sexuality. He could have been struggling with his sickness. He could have hated black women because he might have hated his mom. You don't know. Something could have happened in that man's life when he was a child. Could make him the way he is. And now he hates black women. That's what it seemed like. Just like this other woman. She battling something over there. Messing with this woman. Trying to get this woman kids. I can see the past. I told y'all people, you got to be careful. What energy you put out here in these streets. You have to be careful. No, I don't wish no death on this man. However, the life you live, it's going to reflect. You go up, you make a lot, got millions of followers here. You got millions, and can't even live to spend that money that you done made. You ain't even, you can't even, that pot gonna go to somebody else. They said that man got roughly estimated about $4 million. Can't spend it. Can't spend a dime of it. They might spend some on his funeral arrangement, but can't spend a dime of it. Don't you tell me you think you can live a life out here and do wrong and talk bad and treat people bad, make folks feel bad? Be careful the steps you make and take in life. And they go for the woman over here bothering this comedian. Raising hell in this woman's life, steady meddling. And this woman, they say that woman go to dialysis, sick, struggling. I'm comparing people. That scripture says, Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. And those who love it and indulge it will eat its fruit and bear the consequences of their words. You be careful what you put out here. You talking about you gonna die alone. You gonna get winter coming. You gonna die alone. I heard him say that with my own ears. I said that's the Christian thing somebody can say to somebody. Did he die alone? Now, am I wrong for asking that question? Did he die alone? Ask that question. Or did he not die alone? Or was somebody there putting sprinkling some stuff in his drink? They didn't love you like you think like you think they loved you. That's why I tell you, get a big following. You think everybody loves you. You think you God. You think you untouchable. Hey, on your way up, you better be careful because you got to come back down. You got to come back down. So be careful the lives you touch and what you say and what you do when you're touching people's lives. They go for that other woman over there too. She got 12,000 followers. She over there on the Muffet page, raising hell with them. Then she over here on message day of Tanya and them and everybody. Bothering these people and saying stuff. You letting a lot of stuff come out your mouth. I see her face will look like she got fluid on her. I'm telling you people, be careful what you do. Be careful what you say. Know how you affect people's lives. Being cruel to people, you being watched, you better know that. That man made all that money. He rose to fame off the backs of black women, saying cruel things, saying things that they need to, no, they don't need to hit. Not that from you, you don't qualify. You ain't got the credentials to be talking how terrible somebody look, how fat is ugly. Giving people numbers and rate, talking about something 6 figures. You made a few dollars now, you gonna talk about if you gonna talk about how many figures, people, half the men don't even make some of the money that he keep talking about. You got to find a man like that. You barely even started making the money yourself. And now you can't even spend it. You made it and it's going to go to somebody else. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Be careful what you do. And be careful how you do it. All that money, the rose to fame, and can't spend a dime of it. Now, I don't wish no ill on the man. I don't. You got to be careful how you treat people. If your heart is hard and that you don't give a crap about how you make somebody feel, how you treat people, and then thinking you God, God is a jealous God, y'all. I wish I had that scripture. He is a jealous God. So don't go around worshiping man that he gonna find you the way out, looking up to him like he a God. And the next person that try to fit his shoes, you better walk light and watch what you say. And watch what energy you put out here in these streets. Because that large following could have been constructive and used in a good way. Instead, a lot of people are griping about the things he said and did to these women. Yes, they are. And they have a right to feel that way. They have a right to feel that way. Y'all, I just had to come today. I had to come today. I had to come. They think that's the image that he portrayed. He wants you to believe. People are visual creatures. He wants you to believe that he had this perfect world, the perfect life. It was anything but that. That man probably was battling demons. Battling demons. That man was probably suffering. Could have been suffering. Yeah. Yes, sir. You said this high value man stuff, it makes me laugh. They're just average men. You heard what she said. Krista on the line. Krista on the line. You heard what Krista said. If a person wants you, all that he's saying doesn't matter. My mother was a single mother with 6 kids, married my step and had 3 more kids. My stepdad made well over $100,000, and that was in the 70s. Amen. A man love you. They don't care how many kids you have if he loved you. Yeah, some people say they don't want no ready-made family. That's their right. They do have choices, but because we got choices, we don't have to. We don't have to. Everybody don't see things the way we see them. You see, those are our choices. Everybody different. Because I see things a certain way when it comes to relationships and what I want in a man. Hey, does that mean that the next person, what she or he wants it should not be heard and considered what she's talking about and respected? I may not agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Got to be careful. Show some respect. You're supposed to have class. The way you wore that suit did not. There was no indication of that what came out your mouth. It didn't compare. It didn't weigh the same. It was cruel. The suit on our appearance looked a certain way, but the things that came out your mouth was cruel. And sometimes people need hard facts, but my Lord, I heard something else. The folks got called out their name. They were cussed out. Please. Yeah, I heard it. Somebody said I didn't listen to it. I tried not to poison my mind with senseless stuff. I had to protect my peace. You said the lady Kendra G went on his show and he ripped her to pieces. You tell me the dating lady went there? I know she didn't. Oh my heavens. I know she didn't go on his show. I am wondering what will happen to his channel now. Hopefully he put his daughter to receive money from their channel. I don't know. Some folks are selfish. We don't know what's going to happen to their channel. It may need to go down because a lot of folks was following it and were in it for the right reason. My close friend has multiple kids. Fathers had a very, what you said, had a very hard life with abusive men. Then she found the right one and he married her. Makes decent money, and she had her last kid with him. Happy 9 years now. Blessed be Crystal. That's good. That is good. You said Kevin was the only child and spoke highly of his mother and aunts. He was raised by them. He didn't get along with his father. Okay. And I wonder why, what happened. Was he abused child? You said so many people in the world can grab an ink pen and put down all the negative about you, and the pen stop working when it's about themselves. Okay, now, Miss Robinson. Thank you. Hey, guys, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Patricia E. Jackson, guys. You said he had cancer years ago and survived. Not sure if it came back. He always drank Red Bull on his show. That makes your heart race. That's probably why they had that Red Bull and the blue pill on there. Yeah, that Red Bull, huh? Well, I ain't gonna speak of Red Bull, but it will, Red Bull will give you, they say, energy, so they can probably speed things up. So they're gonna, hopefully they'll do a autopsy to find exactly what happened to him. You said Lele is with a person that's supposed to be a man. He said supposed to be a man and have similarities to Miss Samuels. Lele's self-esteem is in the toilet. Well, I know I don't consider him, he don't. Well, Kevin Samuel had an image of looking professional. He dressed a certain way. He wanted to keep his appearance a certain way. Now, I think he's a little bit harsher. Kevin Samuel is a little bit harsher. Well, see, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors with Pimp Juice and Lele, so I don't really know. But I felt that he could be a little bit, he was cruel. I'm talking about Kevin Samuels right now. Some of the things that he stated was cruel. I didn't like the delivery of his message. A lot of time when he talked to Black women, I just didn't like it. I thought it was harsh. But hey, that's just my opinion, y'all. Some people liked him. Some people worshiped him. And that's a problem. You don't worship a man. Don't do that. Yes, I had to call 911. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Penny Proud, what you say? You said you preaching this morning. Thank you for coming on and talking with us. Yeah, I had to come on and talk about that because it was all over the news, and I just wanted to get you guys' opinion, how you felt. I wanted to thank you, Tommy. I wanted to get you guys' opinion, how you felt. A lot of people was disheartened about the things he stated. He said a lot of cruel things. Some people like what he stated, and some people said that he was talking facts, and people need to be more realistic. But no, that's his opinion. So my thing is, how can you tell someone about their lives and how they need to be living? You're supposed to be this expert coach when you got some issues behind the scene. You see, who qualified you to be the expert? Did you go to school and gain credentials? Do you have credentials in that field to be saying that you are qualified in that area? So it's a lot of things that's questionable. What kind of life are you living? You see what I'm saying? What you say now? You said Raj will. She's such a. Well, I know one thing. She better slow down because the stuff coming out of her mouth is not good. The things that are coming out of her mouth is not good. You said Raj is sounding defeated. You can't win serving Satan and her satanic group. Well, she needs to calm down. I'm telling you, because they think they're rising to the top that they won't crumble or fall. Thank you, Tom. You said Yeah, guys, click the like, guys, share and subscribe. Thank you, Tommy. Yeah, go ahead and do that, guys. Click the like, share, and subscribe. You said Kevin said his father called him soft when he was younger, and that's why he didn't get along with him. Yeah. Well, so that's he's mad, angry at his dad. That's why he angry at women. Something else going on with that. I hear what you're saying, though. I hear what you're saying. You said Kevin also said when he was younger, black women wouldn't date him. Bingo, bingo, and that's why he talks about them. Hello, okay, my here the truth starting to come out. Some of the stuff starting to come out. I don't know if truthful or not, but hey, that make more sense. That makes sense to me because you can't get that mad at some black woman, these all black women, and say all black women are this and all black women are that. Come on now. Seems like that's who the race he beat up the most to me when I was listening. Yeah, y'all said Red Bull causes a lot of heart attacks weekly. I heard that directly from an emergency room doctor. A firefighter also told me he had a heart attack from Red Bull, but was back drinking them. They're addictive, huh? Well, hey guys, we gotta be careful. What you said? You said Ross choking and coughing on her live and still talking bad about people, saying she would not stop building her channel. Okay. See, the thing is, you build that channel, you better make sure you be able to spend that money, because you can establish yourself to a certain degree and you won't be able to spend a dime if you ain't moving right. You say you used to watch his videos just to see the nonsense he tells. He tells his whole life story in those videos. Who we talking about? You talking about Kevin Samuels? Yeah. Well, guys, I sure appreciate you guys coming in and sitting in with me. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to my channel, Patricia E. Jackson. Also, if you haven't become a channel membership, you can do so if you're interested. And guys, hey, just be careful what the things that you say. You try to be considerate of the next man, you know, when speaking to them. You don't have to be cruel to people to deliver a message, guys. You don't have to. And just because you think that you've gained a lot of followers and you've got plenty of numbers and you're making a few dollars here and there, don't sell your soul to the devil, because God is watching. And don't never think you better than him. Don't never think you are God, because you're not. Don't put yourself on a pedestal as if we should worship you or we beneath you because you feel, because you make a few dollars, that you can't, you can't be touched. You can't listen to no one. Or you can't be nice because you're making a few dollars. So be careful how you treat people, guys. Be careful. All right, guys. I will continue to follow the story, and I'll come back and let you know whatever little bit I found. I'm sure I'm hoping they do an autopsy so they can find out exactly how he passed away. But guys, be careful how you treat people. Don't continue, and don't bully and harass people neither. Because I see a lot of these content creators out here bullying and harassing people just to get their content, get their numbers up, to gain followers. You see? So be careful, guys. Much love. We will be talking soon. Y'all take care. Yeah.